Just a Boy and His Camera album review listening party. What's going on? Welcome back, everyone. Or I should say, welcome back to me. And I hope y'all haven't forgot about your boy, EJ, as I run through different genres of albums so you can find you something to groove to. 2024 was a dominant year in music, and while 2025 is starting off slow with the album drops, your boy is recovering from the fallout of last year, so I am back and I am releasing all the albums that I reviewed, and it's all good because music never dies, and some of y'all ain't never heard these albums anyway. So follow your boy because I do all the hard work, so you don't have to do anything but listen to me entertain you. Go on over to your music streaming service app and go and listen to what I recommended, and if you fall in love with that artist, go ahead and save, and you find you the rest of your favorite tracks from them, because there's going to be plenty in most of these people's catalogs, because only a few of them are new. Justaboyandhiscamera Productions is changing the setup and the structure of this review podcast. In season 1, we took you on a journey through the entire track list from beginning to end. We're not going to quite do that this season. Furthermore, we only did one album per episode. Well, this season, we're doing 3 to 4 albums each episode, and we're going to do an overview of their current album. We're going to talk about their last performing album. We're going to talk about how this album performed on the charts, and we're going to talk about my faves of the list as I rank all the tracks, and of course, assign it its final rating out of 10. So 1 to 10. Or if we get a little froggy, I can give it a numeral number of 0 to 100. I am always excited, and while yes, Justaboyandhiscamera is all about the art and the artistry, I still will give you a legit album review. However, I'm not going to dog out anybody. What they presented to the world is what they wanted to present to the world. I don't care about their past. I don't care about their present. I don't care about their future. I care about what body of art went out in the world, and that's what we are going to review. Now, don't get it twisted. I will. If it's worth talking about, you go and hear it. But I'm not going to just dog them out, because I don't think there's a point. Why we are so negative in this world, I don't know. But you can still find the beauty in things that just don't always sound right. And you have to think, if 50,000 people or 50 million people are streaming this album and 500,000 says it's trash, well, it can be trash to them 500,000 people. But let these 50,000 people or 50 million people enjoy this trash album. Stop being so fucking negative and nasty, all right? Let people live and do what they need to do to get to where they need to be, which is what we're all about to do. Let me just run down the rubric real quick. For season 2, we are going to be judging production, composition, engineering, and my point of view. Why? Because it's my channel. What? It's my podcast. What? It's what I want to talk about. And what I say goes. No, it doesn't. But yes, how I feel towards the album, how I resonated with the album, how I love the album, my point of view fucking matters too. I'm somebody. You better remember that you're somebody. Out of the 4 major categories come the scores. Y'all ready to do this? Season 2 will have 10 episodes. If I do say so myself, each one of these episodes is handcrafted in perfection. I do hope y'all all enjoy. Be open-minded. Please listen. Watch the entire video. Comment if you want. Like, tell me if you agree with me. Tell me if you have a different favorite. Tell me what's your favorite. Let's have a dialogue. This is the beauty of art. Let's spread it around the world and let others know how you feel as I am reviewing these albums. So welcome to season 2 of Justaboyandhiscamera album review listening party. And we're kicking it off with episode 1. Say their names. episode 1 of my album review listening party podcast. What's up, everybody? It's your boy EJ, and today we are championing Black female artists in country. Say their names. Why? Because it is a must. As I've been listening to people talk about 2024, I noticed I did not do my due diligence and actually review these albums. And furthermore, we haven't been advocating for these women. And no, I'm not talking about Beyonce and Cowboy Carter. It did its thing. It got 11 nominations at the Grammys. It landed at number 1 on both the Billboard 200 and the Top Country Albums chart. It scored a number 1 on the Hot Country Songs chart and the Hot 100 and plethora of top 5, 10, 20s, and 40s on all Billboard charts. It don't need no press, which I just gave it press. Press. Ow. But guess what? I ain't giving it no more press. Except, maybe a little bit more. No. Beyonce dropped her critical acclaim and evolutionary take back Civil War on Country album, Cowboy Carter. But there's other Black female artists that are not even getting the time of day, not even getting the ability to even chart on these charts, that also dropped their debut albums or second studio albums in 2024. Why? Okay, y'all say y'all don't like Beyonce and her music and her country music ain't country. That's fine. That's great. Cool. What about all these other women? I'm not saying anybody is racist out there. I'm not saying any of y'all do not support Black women doing country or even Black men doing country. But what I am saying is, why have y'all not said these folks' names? 4 of the Black women that we will talk about in this video literally performed with her at the Houston halftime show, and people did not know who they were. Mind blowing. Not really. But that's okay. I ain't here to judge you. I ain't here to judge y'all at all. I'm here to judge the music. And your boy EJ says it's all right that you didn't know who they were, because I'm about to tell you. And you better watch. You better listen, because you might be in for a little treat or two. Let's get started. I think it's very important that we talk about these Black female artists in country. Country has a very rich history. Black people have been involved in it from the very beginning. Folk, blues, Americana. While there's different derivatives of what started many, many years ago, transitioned into a Caucasian genre, which was weird because it's like, man, what happened? Where did everybody go? What happened to all of the beauty? Because I believe anybody and everybody should be able to do every genre that they wish and choose, and we should be open and supportive. Because if Taylor Swift dropped an R&B album right now, I'll be all on it. If Beyonce wants to drop a full rap album, I'm ready for it. If Cardi B wants to do country, I'm like, what's up, Cardi? Okay, Michelle, we're still waiting, boo. You have support. We're just waiting for you to drop. Let's get back to why we're here. And let's start off with the history. Because if you don't know where you've been, you can't know where you're going. Because right now, we at a standstill, stagnant, and we ain't even moving. So let's rewind it back and find out about our pioneers in the country genre by our Black female women. The first trailblazer that we will be discussing is the most recent one that found success, limited success, but success nonetheless. Mickey Guyton. You might remember the name. Yes, she was on American Idol. She was cut, but life happens. Mickey was a force of nature in her debut with songs like Remember Her Name and Black Like Me, finding success on the charts that many have not even found themselves, breaking through and showing that it could be a colorless genre if America would just open up and show love to the music. And the music alone, no matter the color of the skin. Mickey Guyton is one of the few 14 Black artists to ever receive a Grammy nomination in the country categories. Her debut album, Remember My Name, is an empowerment and a masterpiece of resiliency. Oh my goodness. If y'all have not heard her debut album, you are missing out completely. While Micki has no wins at any of these award ceremonies that she has been nominated at, the pure fact that she's been nominated at these award shows is incredible. It's amazing because it doesn't always happen. There's plenty of black female artists, and yes, there's probably plenty of white female artists and white men artists and whatever, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about don't change my narrative, don't change the subject. The subject is that there's not many black female artists that will ever and could ever get a nomination, but maybe we can change that and actually open up the possibilities instead of being the exception to the rule or a rare feat. Let's make it a normal feat. And no, I'm not saying everybody gets a prize. I'm not saying nominate the minorities every single award show, every season. But what I'm saying is let's just do it and celebrate music. But she is one of the most successful among gaining nominations in these award shows. At the 51st Annual Academy of Country Music Awards, she earned her very first nomination, New Female Vocalist of the Year. To turn right around, because I guess she had a break because, you know, sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. And sometimes you just need a fresh restart. In 2021, at the Academy of Country Music Awards, she earned a nomination, New Female Artist of the Year. The same year at their sister ceremony, the Country Music Association Awards, she also earned a nomination for New Artist of the Year. At the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards, she will earn a nomination in the Best Solo Country Performance category, becoming the first black female to earn a nomination in this category. The following year at the 64th Awards, she will earn a Best Country Song nomination and a Best Country Album nomination. This made Micki the first black female to be nominated in 3 of the 4 country categories, a record that just got broken by Beyonce, who was nominated in all 4 categories. Micki continued to be a trailblazer in country music. In 2020, she became the first black female artist to perform at the Academy of Country Music Awards. And then the following year, in 2021, she became the first black female to co-host the Academy of Country Music Awards. Micki has been doing amazing things for country. And down the line, later on this season, your boy EJ and Justaboyandhiscamera will be reviewing the album that she just released in September of 2024. Rissi Palmer. Who? What? You gotta know where you've been to know where you're going. Rissi Palmer in 2007, before Taylor Swift would take over the world. Rissi would not only just perform music, she would redefine country music. With her own show, Color Me Country, she advocated for voices that were underrepresented in the genre. True trailblazer Rissi was. With her song Country Girl, she blended the past with the present and brought it into a modern age that even pushed it down the road to the next level. In 2007, she would also chart on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. At 54, she became the first black female African-American country artist to chart on this chart since 1988, when the feat was performed by Kathy B. Kathy B is noted to be a trailblazer her own self. She is one of the first female black artists to ever chart on the Hot Country Songs chart. Donna Summers will also be noted to chart on the Hot Country Songs chart because she co-wrote a country #1 song. In 2008, she will return back to the charts and peak at 47, which is her highest charting song to date. The last trailblazer that we'll talk about is Yola Carter. Yola is a genre-bending, country soul-infusing artist, and she is from the UK. UK born, but country bred. Before Beyonce, Yola Carter was the most nominated black female in the country Americana roots categories. Yola has 6 Grammy nominations in her career. So congrats to Yola for paving the way, even though she hasn't been actually awarded at any of the country award ceremonies. She ain't the only one. Now that you know the history of these trailblazing women, let's not forget that country music belongs to everyone and everybody, and all races and voices are eligible and should be celebrated in performing country music. If you have any discrimination in your eyes and in your ears for different color races performing country music, well, you need to move the hell on out the way and make room for people who are open-minded and open-eared so that these incredible voices can stop being sidelined. And with that, this was an interlude to my episode 1, because you needed to know where we've been, to know where we're going. Because right now, we are at a standstill. And we have 4 amazing, incredible voices that are going unheard, that are going unseen. So my first episode of my season 2 Justaboyandhiscamera album review listening party is dedicated to the 4 black voices in country music currently, and they are Brittany Spencer, T.R. Kennedy, Raina Roberts, and Tanner Adele. And as I said before, Mickey Guyton will be in an episode later this season. 5 album reviews might have been too long, so I left it with 4. But Mickey Guyton, Brittany Spencer, T.R. Kennedy, Raina Roberts, and Tanner Adele. The 5 other black female country artists of 2024 that dropped an album, yet none of these charted on the Billboard country charts except for Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. So 1 out of 6 was successful. And this is why. Episode 1. Say their names.